Welcome everyone to the Halo Wars 2 patch notes for this third patch that came out. Right now what you're seeing is a table of contents. If you'd like to skip ahead to any of the points that we're going to make here, go ahead and click on your screen now. We're going to start out with Captain Cutter. His ODST costs were increased to 800 from 600 and the HP was decreased slightly. I assume that's because most infantry this patch has gotten a little bit of a change to it. Let's move on to Forge here. We're going to go ahead and talk about his rolling economy passive. The discount when you first buy the supply pads is not there anymore. However, he still does the reduced upgrade cost. Lotus Mines and Accelerated Assembly have also switched places on the leader wheel. Basically that means you have to wait till later in the game to get that Accelerated Assembly, so your vehicle production is cheaper and faster, but instead you can get Lotus Mines a little bit earlier. The thing we're going to cover here is the Grizzlies. Basically this is a tank update. Most of the tanks have a bunch of HP, and DPS increases. And the next upcoming leader is going to be Anders. She's one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, I love the Sentinels. It hurts me in my heart to say this, but she got a little bit of nerf here. Her Sentinels were actually a little bit bugged. They did too much damage to buildings. They had a different modifier on it apparently, but their move speed, their damage is down. Special ability to have the lockdown bolt is also decreased. The damage on that. We're going to talk about the UNSC now. Basically, you're going to see buffs and nerfs on the screen. Turrets are going to be more viable to stop rushes. Cyclopses were changed, and so were Jackrabbits. The Cyclops, so they're a little bit cheaper on the energy. Jackrabbits are just cheaper in general. The Marines, of course, got nerfed. Marine rushing was basically the meta in Halo Wars 2. Any sort of rush who could get the most infantry units out the fastest was the winner. The DPS on the Cyclopses, you can get a Cyclops army and just basically walk through anyone's base. But they decided to go ahead and change that. The Scorpion got the same treatment as that Grizzly we talked about earlier. HP increased, the cost was reduced, the machine gun DPS was increased, the main cannon DPS was increased, and the canister shell ability was increased. The canister shell AoE size was also increased. It was a little small. So we go on the nerf sides, we got the cannon AoE was decreased, so the actual main shot size was decreased, and the incoming healing from the Nightingales or like upgraded Marines is reduced. Then in come the Hellbringer changes. We got the significant increase to HP, DPS increase, move speed increase, and their cost was reduced. The energy was at least. They still cost the same supplies. Their inputs to their pre-attack and post-attack cooldown, it's just basically reduced to improve responsiveness. We're going to talk about Morgan here. She is one badass Hellbringer wearing a Cyclops armor. I mean, look at that armor. Holy shit! She's going to have 2 flamethrowers and basically do a shit ton of damage, especially armed with those Hellbringers. You can probably get her and a bunch of people and just roll over bases. The Shipmaster had a bug with this scout mine where you could drop it on a base, and you'll see that right here. It just does a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. So we have a little bit changes here to the Banished. Basically their anti-infantry was buffed a lot. The Hunters DPS was reduced. The Banshees ability was reduced. Or the torpedo damage was reduced, sorry. Wraiths, the healing was reduced just like the other tanks. And Locust, everything just basically reduced. Those were a little OP as well. Grunts, Choppers, Ghosts, Hunters all got a little bit changing. Chopper, Ghost, and Hunters, the scout vehicles are, cost a little less. The build time for the Grunts was reduced. The DPS was increased to match that of the Marines. And the Wraiths, again, like I said, they got the Scorpion and Grizzly treatment where they basically they cost less now. They cost a little more energy, but it's no big deal. The supplies is really where it hurts you, and because of the Wraiths in general, I think they have like 3 or 4 health level 1, and that's a little ridiculous for a tank. A little bit of playlist changes too. The PC population is pretty dead, so we have to shorten the playlist, I think. So kind of condense them down into these playlists, the ones that actually are being used. And then the Xbox One population is probably pretty well. It's a console, I don't think they had as many problems as us PC players did when it was first launched. But they're going to keep all of their playlists. And basically the TLDR here is that core infantry is weaker, tanks are stronger, Anders has fixed her broken sentinels, Forge is now bankrupt. Cutter gave a pay raise to his ODSTs, and we got a whole bunch of bug fixes. If you'd like to see a full list of changes, feel free to look in the description. There's the Halo Waypoint link and the Reddit post. Also, feel free to subscribe and thumb up if you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to keep doing these patch notes for each patch that comes out. Go ahead and check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/feralkitten, link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate your time.